Welcome to Storytime, brought to you by the Read Me a Story program. This program was created 22 years ago in order to promote families reading to their young children beginning at an early age. My name is Dr. Sarah Woerner, otherwise known as Dr. Sarah. I'm a local pediatrician, and my friends and I began this program because we understand that reading to young children early on promotes language skills, it promotes families doing things together, and it is fun. The program is supported by the Sierra Nevada Memorial Hospital Foundation, by the Storytime of the Sierra Foothills, and other donors. To date, we have given out over 60,000 books to children at their well child checkups. We love stories, and we're happy to share them with you and hope that you enjoy them.
Hi, I'm Sue Williams. I'm from Storytime. We're one of the founding groups of Read Me a Story, and I'm here to read you a story today. The book I'm going to read you is called BooBaLeeOops. One night, while their parents went into town, Billy and Susie heard a strange sound. Shoo! It wasn't a knocking, a coughing, nor sneeze, but it opened the door without any keys. There in the doorway, in front of their eyes, stood two one-toothed creatures who looked just as surprised. They both had red hair and blue-colored skin, but one was quite chubby while the other was thin. "Who are you?" asked Susie, "and why are you here?" They said not a word, but started to sneer. Then off through the house ran the creatures like wind, into the kitchen and out through the den. They roughed up the rugs, they marked up the walls, they trampled the counters and messed up the halls. They pounced on the couches, they jumped on the beds, they bounced up the stairway with food on their heads. They laughed and they giggled and wiggled the pipes, they turned on the faucets and turned off the lights. "Oh, Billy," called Susie, "what should we do? It's too dark in here to even see you." So they lighted a candle and crept up the stairs. They grabbed a big blanket to catch that strange pair. They looked in the closets, they hunted through the halls, they peeked in the attic and peered around walls. They searched in the bathrooms and bedrooms alike. They searched everywhere until on came the lights. There in the middle of their living room stood a huge blue-skinned giant with a sad look of gloom. "Who are you?" asked Susie, "and why are you here? You look like the creatures who just disappeared." "So you saw my lost children," it gladly replied. "I knew that they had to be somewhere nearby. We come from the planet of BooBaLeeOops to see if your planet has googly oops. We looked under rocks, we searched up in trees, we looked up on mountains and below the seas." "We've no googly oops, but we have a big mess made by your children," Billy expressed. From out of the cupboards there echoed a sound, a munching and crunching and swallowing down. Gulp, crunch, crunch, gulp, gulp. So they opened the cupboards, and what did they see? but the two hungry creatures eating so noisily. "We found Googly Oops," they said happily. "Won't you please join us? They taste so yummy." "Those aren't Googly Oops," Susie said with a grin. "Those are dill pickle bits all over your chin." So Billy and Susie stuffed Googly Oops in a brown paper bag for the BooBaLeeOops. Then the giant blue creature and its two children, too, cleaned up the household till it looked just like new. Oops. Gotta get a hold of my page here. They washed all the walls, they mopped all the floors, they made all the beds and scrubbed all the doors. They vacuumed the rugs and polished hallways. They dusted the counters and swept the stairways. Look how busy they were. "Thank you," said Billy. "I truly confess our home is much cleaner than before the mess. So here is a bag full of Googly Oops to take to your planet called BooBaLeeOops." The three blue-skinned creatures then walked out the door with a bag of dill pickles they long had searched for. Mother and Father were next through the door, home from their shopping with the goodies galore. Stacked with the big bags, packages and sacks, Billy and Susie helped them unpack. The father whispered, "I have a surprise for my little children who deserve a prize." Now the prize was a package, wide but not tall. It stood by the stairway against the hall wall. So Billy and Susie opened the box and saw there inside what gave them a shock. "Cute as two pickles," Mother then said. "Oh, they'll both look so nice upon both of your beds. Two blue stuffed dolls with wild, bright red hair. Where did you get them?" Susie declared. "There's a new store downtown next to Panpiper's Flutes," Father replied. "It's called BooBaLeeOops. It's full of strange dolls and lots of new toys, which chatter and clatter and make other noise." Then Susie and Billy, with widest of eyes, dropped open their mouths in total surprise. Were the dill pickle creatures simply a dream? "About our new dolls?" Susie asked, wondering. "I no longer care," Billy said with a yawn. "Creatures or dreams, I'm just glad that they're gone." So straight to their beds the two children went, with their two new blue dolls that had been a present. Now remember, next time when you hear a strange sound, it just may be mischief just coming around. So stay out of trouble, eat some Googly Oops, then again read this book called BooBaLeeOops. Well, I hope you enjoyed this book that I read to you called BooBaLeeOops, and it's by Page, and you might want to look for it at your library.
And that's our story for today. We hope that you've enjoyed listening to these stories as much as we've enjoyed reading them, and we welcome suggestions for other books to read. Our program is funded by donations, and the contact information follows. Enjoy reading and listening.